Some cars become popular, some cars become successful, but only a few cars become legends. And for nearly 5 decades, the Volkswagen Golf has done exactly that. From its first generation all the way to today's modern versions, the Golf has become one of the most recognizable and respected hatchbacks in automotive history. Practical, efficient, comfortable, and surprisingly fun to drive. Millions of drivers around the world have owned one. And now, Volkswagen is preparing for the biggest transformation in the Golf's history, because for the first time ever, the Golf is going fully electric. This is the Volkswagen Golf Mk9 EV 2028, the next generation of Volkswagen's iconic hatchback, and one of the most important vehicles the company will launch this decade. Now, before we go further, Volkswagen has officially confirmed that the future Golf will continue into the electric era. The Mark 9 generation is expected to become a dedicated electric model built on Volkswagen's next generation EV platform. And honestly, that makes this car incredibly important, because replacing an icon is never easy. People don't just buy a Golf because of specifications. They buy it because of what the Golf represents: reliability, everyday usability, comfort, and a driving experience that simply works. The challenge for Volkswagen is making sure those qualities survive in an electric world. Starting with the exterior design, the Golf Mk9 EV is expected to remain instantly recognizable as a Golf. And honestly, that's exactly what Volkswagen should do. The Golf doesn't need radical styling. It doesn't need to look like a spaceship. It just needs to look modern while keeping its identity. The front end is expected to feature slimmer LED headlights connected by a full-width light bar, creating a cleaner and more modern appearance. Because electric vehicles require less cooling than traditional gasoline cars, the front fascia will likely become smoother and more aerodynamic. Expect cleaner surfaces, improved airflow management, and a more refined overall look. But importantly, the familiar Golf shape is expected to remain. From the side profile, the Mk9 EV should continue with the balanced proportions that have defined every generation of Golf. A practical 5-door layout, a strong roofline, compact dimensions, and a design that feels modern without trying too hard. And honestly, that's one of the reasons the Golf has remained successful for so long. It ages well. Large alloy wheels, flush door handles, and aerodynamic body details are expected to help improve efficiency while giving the vehicle a more premium appearance. The wheelbase will likely grow slightly thanks to the dedicated EV platform. That means more interior space without making the vehicle dramatically larger. Around the rear, expect slim LED taillights, a cleaner hatch design, and subtle aerodynamic improvements. The Golf has always balanced practicality and style, and the Mk9 EV is expected to continue that philosophy. Now let's move inside, because this is where the biggest changes could happen. The electric platform allows Volkswagen to completely rethink the cabin layout. Without a traditional engine and transmission tunnel, designers gain more freedom to create additional interior space. The result should be a cabin that feels larger than previous Golf generations despite similar exterior dimensions. And honestly, that could become one of the biggest advantages of the Mk9 EV. The dashboard is expected to feature a cleaner design with improved digital technology, a large infotainment display, a digital driver display, enhanced voice controls, and faster software. Volkswagen has learned important lessons from previous generations of digital systems, and the Mk9 EV is expected to prioritise simplicity and usability, because technology should make driving easier, not more frustrating. Wireless smartphone integration, over-the-air updates, advanced navigation and customisable displays are all expected to be part of the package. Material quality could also improve significantly. Softer surfaces, better seat materials, improved ambient lighting, and a more premium feel overall. The seating position should remain familiar, comfortable, natural, easy to live with every day. That's exactly what Golf owners expect. Rear passengers are also expected to benefit from improved legroom thanks to the longer wheelbase and dedicated EV architecture. And honestly, family buyers will appreciate that. Cargo space should remain one of the vehicle's strongest attributes. The Golf has always been practical, and Volkswagen understands that practicality cannot be sacrificed. Groceries, luggage, daily errands, weekend trips. The Mk9 EV needs to handle all of it, and it probably will. Now let's talk about performance. Because while the Golf has never been a supercar, it has always offered a balanced driving experience, and electric power can make that balance even better. The moment you press the accelerator, electric torque arrives instantly. No waiting, no gear changes, no hesitation. Just smooth and immediate response. That's one of the biggest advantages of EV technology. Around town, the Golf Mk9 EV is expected to feel quick, effortless, and refined. Traffic becomes easier. City driving becomes smoother. And overall comfort improves significantly. Volkswagen is expected to offer multiple powertrain options. Entry-level versions focused on efficiency, mid-range versions balancing performance and range, and potentially high-performance variants inspired by the legendary GTI and R models. And honestly, that's where things become really exciting, because an electric GTI could completely redefine what a hot hatch feels like. Instant torque, sharp handling, and everyday usability. That sounds like a very interesting combination. Now imagine driving the Golf Mk9 EV through a quiet city early in the morning. The cabin remains silent. The steering feels light and precise. The vehicle moves effortlessly through traffic. Everything feels smooth, refined, easy. That's exactly what a Golf should be. Simple to drive, easy to live with, and enjoyable every day. Now let us discuss handling. Because handling has always been one of the Golf's strengths. The battery pack will likely sit low within the floor, lowering the centre of gravity significantly compared to traditional gasoline models. That means improved stability, improved balance, and better cornering confidence. Volkswagen engineers are expected to focus heavily on maintaining the Golf's reputation for predictable and enjoyable driving dynamics, because the Golf has always been about balance, not extremes. And honestly, that's why so many people love it. Now let's talk about battery technology and charging, because these areas will play a major role in the Mk9 EV's success. Volkswagen's next-generation EV platform is expected to bring improvements in battery efficiency, charging speed, and overall performance. Longer range, faster charging, improved energy management. These are exactly the areas buyers care about most. Fast charging capability should allow owners to add significant range in a relatively short amount of time. And honestly, that's becoming increasingly important as more people switch to EVs. Software will also play a larger role than ever before. Smart route planning, battery preconditioning, advanced driver assistance systems, over-the-air updates. The Golf Mk9 EV is expected to become smarter throughout its life cycle. And that's something traditional vehicles simply couldn't do. Now let's discuss why this car matters so much. Because the Golf isn't just another hatchback, it's one of the most important cars Volkswagen has ever built. Generations of drivers have grown up with the Golf, learned to drive in a Golf, owned multiple generations of Golf, and trusted the Golf for decades. That kind of legacy isn't easy to replace, which is why the Mk9 EV carries enormous responsibility. It must honour the past while embracing the future. And honestly, Volkswagen seems to understand that. The goal isn't to reinvent the Golf completely. The goal is to preserve everything people love about the Golf while adapting it for a new era. Comfort, practicality, efficiency, quality, and everyday usability. Those qualities matter just as much today as they did decades ago. The Volkswagen Golf Mk9 EV 2028 could become one of the most important electric vehicles of its generation. Not because it's the fastest, not because it's the most expensive, but because it brings one of the automotive world's most trusted names into the electric age. And if Volkswagen gets it right, the Golf's story could continue for many decades to come. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more upcoming EVs, future hatchbacks, and next generation automotive content. This is the car era.